Hi everybody, welcome. This is the next edition of the Digital Parents Meeting. I gotta say right off the bat that I am really happy to hear how beneficial the last couple meetings have been. I've heard a couple people say that they've watched the meeting on their smartphone at their child's practice. I've heard some other people say that they've turned it on their desktop computer in between appointments or tasks that they have to do, and that really makes my heart sing. I am a firm believer and feel firmly convicted about how busy we are as Americans, and I don't want to add to a busyness in your life, which is the whole reason we are doing these meetings. If you're joining us for the first time, you should know that almost every parents meeting that we will do in the course of a year is like this, with the goal of giving you information that you need, sharing any updates or changes to the ministry that are important to you, and then giving you a resource and focus. And we will only ever have 2 parents meetings a year, one at the end of the year and one at the beginning. In May at the end and in September at the beginning of the year. So with that, let's move on and talk about some really cool and important things with this meeting. First up, I've had a couple of people ask me through the course of this year, Derek, why have you dropped giving us the weekly lesson guides? If you were with us last year or the year before, every Wednesday and Sunday I would give a brief email describing an outline of what we're talking about that week for the lesson so that you could then talk about it with your child. This year I haven't done that for 2 reasons primarily. One, I had a baby in November. Well, my wife had a baby in November, but it's changed my life, right? Totally, in amazing ways. And 2, the other reason, and I think honestly the bigger of the 2 reasons is this. In the last 2.5 years, the program, the youth ministry, has grown dramatically. When I got here 2.5 years ago, we had 8 to 10 middle school students each week, Wednesdays and Sundays. We had 0 to 4 high school students each week, Sundays and Wednesdays, and we had a team of about 3 to 4 volunteers. And in the last 2.5 years, we've grown. There's now 30 middle school students each week. There's 15 to 20 high school students each week. There's a team of over 30 volunteers who helps out, pouring out their lives into your children to help disciple them and make disciples out of them for Jesus. So this has been awesome and amazing, but it's also really changed what I can do and how I can do it. But there's good news. I know that those emails have dropped and I don't like it, so I've been thinking through a solution and I think I found one. On the screen now, you will see the landing page for a blog site. It's wordpress.com. The actual address is on the screen here as well. And what this is a site where all of the curriculum for all of the lessons that we are going to do through the rest of this year is on. I've done this for 2 reasons. One, so that the teaching team can be better equipped in how to prepare for teaching lessons. They're as busy as you are and they don't have time to put in 20 hours a week preparing for a lesson, so I've been able to do 40% of the work for them, which frees them up to do the rest of it. And 2, it allows you to have the information that you need in a new way. The email will no longer work, but you'll have that same information through this site. So I encourage you to take a look at it, check it out, and tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me if it is as helpful as the email was, and give me some thoughts on how I can improve it and change it to make it better meet your needs. You should also know that I'm continuing to work on ways to bring our different organizational systems together. Again, in the last 2.5 years, I've been just trying to stay afloat, stay above water, trying to build things as we have this influx of students. It's been awesome, but now we're at a point when I have to find a way to bring everything together, consolidate it, so that it's simple and easy for you to use. So I'm working with Jill Reese, our communication specialist, on how to best do that. And you should know that by the end of this year, we will have some sort of catch-all, one-stop shop page for you where you will be able to see the calendar of youth events coming up, any of the documents that you need to sign for various different things, and anything else. Where we have it in 3 or 4 places now, it will be in one place. So it's exciting, and God's moving, so keep your eye out for that. It's coming soon. All right, moving on, I want to give you one key announcement. There's one big event coming up soon that you should know about, and that is the Dare to Share conference. The link to the website is on the screen here. You should click on it sometime and take a look at it. You'll be able to get some details as to what it's all about. But in 30 seconds, I can tell you that this is a conference designed to help your student stretch in their faith in regards to evangelism. They will learn how to be evangelistic in the daily rhythms of their life through this conference, and they will be able to have fun worshiping with a band called the Digital Age. It's basically David Crowder band without David Crowder, and they will be able to hear from an amazing speaker named Greg Stier. and it will be an event that will change your students' lives. There are several leaders who are really, really excited about it, more than anything else that we've done this year, because they know how it's changed their life when they were a student in high school. This is an event that is open to anybody, middle school and high school, so I encourage you to talk with your student about it, and if they're interested, sign them up today. In fact, I strongly encourage you to sign them up today because we only have 15 tickets left, and the conference is sold out, so once these tickets are gone, they're gone. I don't want to give 30 parents a call on April 1st or April 2nd saying your student can't go because they signed up too late. So please help me out by signing your child up as soon as possible if you know that they're interested in going. Any other questions with that, please let me know. Give me a call or email me sometime. All right, moving on. The next thing, really the last thing before we talk about the resource and focus, is this. I want to give you an opportunity to give me some feedback on how I've been doing in building this ministry and how I've been doing in helping you to disciple your children over the course of this last year. The link on the screen is to a SurveyMonkey site. This is a survey that I've been able to put together that you can do anonymously. It'll take you just about 10 minutes of your time, and I would really encourage you to take those 10 minutes sometime between today and Sunday and fill out this survey. All the information will be compiled. Lloyd will look at it with me, the elders will look at it with me, and really it will help me to see where I can praise God for where we're doing well, and it can help me to see where I really need to focus my attention on for improving for next year, right? There's always a million things we can do to get better, but what is most important? What is needed the most? You will help me determine that. So please, fill out that survey, give me your candid opinions and advice, know that it's fully anonymous, and help me to see where we can go next year. Lastly, I want to leave you with a resource in focus. This month, it's actually not digital, but it's an old school book. It's called Jesus Christ Disciple Maker, written by a guy named Bill Hall, and it's a book that has changed my life. In fact, it affects and it really is the core of everything I do in ministry here. And I think it will be beneficial for you as you think about how to be the chief disciple maker of your children. The whole point of the book is for Bill to show us how Jesus made disciples of his disciples and what that looks like, how it looked then and how it also can look today. So I highly recommend it. Again, everything I do is centered in that. So you'll see some of the methods to my madness in this book, but you'll also, more importantly, learn some really neat tools and tricks on how to be that disciple maker that you are for your children. All right, see you next time.